You obviously are still far behind Trump in the polls. Obviously, there are multiple polls showing that. You've criticized him on what he said about Benjamin Netanyahu. You've criticized him on abortion, but you never talk about Trump himself. What do you make of Trump's character?
Well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, to me, I'm about results and I'm about outcomes. I mean, Donald Trump's well documented the different things in that regard. For me, it's who's going to be able to deliver the results. I'll be able to do that as the president. Now, he did some things I'll give him credit for, but he also promised things that he didn't deliver. So the question is moving forward, how do you actually get America on the right track? How do we reverse this decline? And I think we need a new leader, someone that can serve 8 years, two 4-year terms, and someone that's going to be ready on day one to really be energetic, have some vitality and some vigor, and get the job done.
But that's not answering the question about his character. What do you make of Donald Trump's character?
It's not a concern of mine. I mean,
Why is it not a concern? You're running against him because you clearly believe that you should be president over him.
Well, that's because I think I'd be a better president than he is. But I mean, I don't need to take pot shots. I mean, at his character. I mean, some people like to do that. I focus on
pot shot. The character of the president matters.
Why I would be a better president, and I think the reasons are is because I have a demonstrated record of delivering on 100% of my promises, like I did in Florida. I'll be focused. I'll be disciplined. I'm not going to be distracted. It's not going to be about my issues. It'll be about the American people's issues day after day. And we have the prices are too high. The interest rates are too high. The border is wide open. Our military is not strong enough. We have crime in the cities, a big bureaucracy run amok. We have all these problems. We need to solve them, not talk about them, not sloganeer about them.
Why is that message not resonating with Republican voters?
I think it is when you get on the ground in Iowa, for example. So there's 99 counties. The tradition is to do all 99. They call it the full Grassley. I've done 83 of the 99. A lot of these rural counties, there'll be counties where there may be a few thousand people. We'll get 100 people to show up at an event. You shake the hands, you answer the questions. That's not something you'll necessarily get to see in polling. That's something that comes out when people make their decisions to caucus. So we're doing it the right way. I'm going to be the only candidate that does all 99 counties. We've just started similar in New Hampshire on there on Tuesday. I was with Governor Sununu. We did 7 different events. Town halls, house parties, retail stops. That's what you got to do. You got to show up. Donald Trump's not willing to show up. He's missing in action right now. He doesn't show up. When he does show up, he reads off the teleprompter for 50 minutes, and then he gets back on the plane and goes home. As voters are more keyed in, as we get closer to the holidays, you're not going to be able to get away with not putting in the work. So we're going to put in the work, and we're going to get the job done.
Well, right now he is getting away with what you say is not putting in the work. I mean, he's leading the polls.
Yeah, but that's because he's the most famous person running, 100% name ID. He's the person people know. When you actually drill down in these early states, clearly he's got some that'll vote for him no matter what, but there's a lot more that aren't going to vote for him in the primary. Then you got a lot of voters who, they like his policies, they like a lot about him, but they are willing to vote for somebody else. So it's incumbent upon a guy like me, go out and make the case. I'll tell you, we were in South Carolina last week, did a bunch of rallies, shaking hands after. Every other person said to me, "You flipped me." Now, I didn't ask them who they flipped, but I'm pretty much sure that they flipped from Trump to me. So that's what you have to do for the next 3 months.
Are you moderating the way that you're running? Because you seem to be running to the right of Donald Trump initially, signing that 6-week abortion ban, signing that permitless concealed carry. You were making sure you finished your legislative session in Florida before. Now you're talking about going for the voters who don't like Trump.
That's like a majority of the states have that. That's a normal mainstream Second Amendment position.
You're deflecting. The point in of itself is that you were initially running to the right, and it seems like you're moderating. Is that the case?
I don't think I've changed. I think I am what I am. I think I'll run the same now like I will next November. But here's the thing. I'm more reliable on policy than Donald Trump, and Republican voters, I think are starting to see that, and we'll show that. I've delivered more on American first principles than anybody in the country, and not just this most recent legislative session, all through my time as governor. So we'll see that. But here's the thing I think is true. I have shown an ability to be bold, to do big things, but then to actually win independent voters. In Florida, we won by 1.5 million votes. I mean, we won independents by 18%. Donald Trump would not be able to do that, and we need somebody that's going to be able to win the election. Very important that you get that done.
And you don't think Donald Trump can beat Joe Biden?
I don't. I mean, I think that
Would you endorse him if he is the nominee?
Well, I've already said that I signed the pledge. I'm supporting the Republican nominee.
Do you think it's real?
Well, for me, it is. I mean, I think when you sign something, I know some people don't do that, but when I agreed to participate in debates, I knew what that meant. I knew whoever comes out of that process. But here's the thing. I'm not just going to take my ball and go home. I'm going to follow the process, respect the people's will. I think ultimately, they'll make the judgment that I'm the best foot forward, and I think we'll get it done. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to just cry in the corner. I mean, I think Biden needs to be defeated, and I think a Republican needs to do it.
Okay, so that's a yes. Governor Ron DeSantis, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for joining us for the first time here on The Source.
Thank you.